welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be learning how to draft an underbust corset. So the measurement that will be needed for this underbust corset are your shoulder to underbust, shoulder to nipple, shoulder to half length, and your shoulder to your top length. So the top length is going to be above your hip line, so you're going to get it. Then you get your front half length, you get your back half length. Then I'll write everything that you will need on the screen. You see it on the screen. So let's get into it. So the first thing that we want to mark is our shoulder measurement. Our shoulder measurement that I'm working with is 7 inches. So I'm going to mark 7 inches. I'm going to mark 7 inches from here. 7 inches. This is going to be our center front. This is going to be our center back. I've created this box. I created this box using the biggest part of my measurement. This is a box. I created it using the biggest part of my measurement, and the biggest part of my measurement for this underbust corset is my hip. So, and my upper hip is 38. So I divided 38 by 2. I got 19. I divided 38 by 2. I got 19. I added 1 to it. You will know the reason why we added 1 to it. So I got 20. I divided the 20 into 2. So look at it. The box. The box is 20 inches and I divided it into 2, that's 10. That's how I got this box. Then I marked for the length of the box, I marked my length, my blouse length from my shoulder to my blouse length. I got 24. And the difference between my back half length and my front half length is 2 inches. So I marked 2 inches here. I marked 2 inches, so I drew the line. So this one is out. This is for my back. So this is my center front, while this is my center back. So let's begin. So I'll mark my shoulder. The first thing I'll do is to mark my shoulder 7 inches. So I mark 7 inches. At the back too, I'll mark 7 inches. At the back too, I mark 7 inches. You see it? 7 inches from here. Then the next thing I want to do is to mark my chest line. My chest line is my bust divided by 6. And my bust divided by 6 is 7.5. 7.3, and I'll add 1 inch to it. When I add 1 inch to it, I'll get 8.3. 8.3. So I'll mark 8.3 here. I'll mark 8.3 here. And I'll mark 8.3 here too. And I'll connect it into a straight line. I'll connect it into a straight line. So the next thing I want to do is to mark my front half length. My front half length is 17 inches. So I'm going to mark 17 inches. 17 inches here. 17 inches. 17 inches. And I'll connect the lines. Then I'll mark my back half length. My back half length is 15. So I'll mark 15 inches. 15 inches. I'll mark 15 inches here too. 15 inches. So I'll connect the lines. I'll connect the lines 15 inches. So that's my back half length. So the next thing I want to impute is my shoulder to, I'm inputting all my vertical measurements. So the next thing I want to impute is my shoulder to nipple measurement. My shoulder to nipple measurement is 9.5. My shoulder to nipple measurement is 9.5. I will connect the lines. The next thing I want to impute is my shoulder to underbust measurement. Shoulder to underbust measurement. My shoulder to underbust measurement is 12.5. So I'm going to impute 12.5 and connect the lines again. So you can see, so far I've imputed all my vertical measurements. So these are my vertical measurements. So the next thing I want to do is to start imputing my horizontal measurements. So I'll put my shoulder, the same shoulder that I put here. My shoulder measurement that I put here, I'll put it again here too. So my shoulder measurement is 14. I'm going to put 14 here. My shoulder measurement too that I put here, this one that I put here, I'm going to also put it here. 7 inches. So I'll connect the lines. I'll connect my shoulder together. So this is my shoulder. I've connected my shoulder. There is not going to be a back tightening. I'm not going to put a back tightening for this because we don't need back tightening since it's going to be a lacing back. So we are not going to use a back tightening. So next thing I want to do is to impute my basic neckline. Basic neckline for the front is 3 by 3. Basic neckline for the front is 3 by 3. So I'll mark 3 by 3. Then the basic neckline for the back is 3 by 1. 3 by 1. So I'll connect the lines. So I've connected the line. The next thing I want to do is my shoulder slope. The shoulder slope for the front is 1.5, while the shoulder slope for the back is 1 inch. So I'll connect the lines too. The next thing I want to do is to connect my armhole. So to connect your armhole at the front, just go up by 3 inches, go in by 0.75, go in by 0.75. At the back, come here, share it into 2, and go in by half. Go in by ½ inch. Then you connect the lines. So the next thing I want to do is to impute my bust measurement. My bust measurement is 35 inches. 35 divided by 4, you get 8.75. 8.75. 8.75. So I'll mark my 8.75. I'll mark for the back too. 8.75. So I'll connect the lines. I'll connect my armhole. I want to connect my armhole now. I'll just go like this. Go like this. So that's all. I've connected my armhole. What I want to do is to mark my bust span measurement, and I'm going to be using a pencil. I'm going to be using a pencil to mark this line because it's going to be a temporary line. So I'm going to mark it. My bust point is, I'm going to mark it. I'm going to start from here. I'm going to start from the bust point. So I'm going to mark it. It's 3.5. So I'll mark 3.5. I'll just mark it straight down. 3.5. 3.5. So I'll connect the line. I'm using a pencil to mark it because it's going to be a temporary line. I'm still going to erase it. So that's why I use a pencil to mark it. So after marking the imaginary bust line, the next thing I want to do now is to impute my underbust. My underbust is 28. My underbust is 29. And 29 divided by 4 will give me 7.5. 7.25, and my waist measurement is 29 too. So 29, I'll measure 29. So I'll measure 29. Then I'll put my 1 inch dart allowance. My dart allowance is 1.5. So you see, and my hip, I said my hip is 38. So 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. So I'm going to add half inch is 38. So 9.5. So I'm going to add half inch is. I will make use of the half inch is later. So I'll connect it. I'll do the same thing for my back. My waist is what? My waist is 29. My waist is 29. I'll add 1.5 inch is, and I'll connect it. And my hip too. My hip is 38. 38 is 9.5, then I'll add half inch is to it. So I'll connect the lines too. Okay, so the next thing I want to do now is to do my underbust tightening. So since my underbust is 28, so now what I want to do is to mark 28 divided by 4. So I want to get 28 on this line. My bust dart, I will not forget my bust dart. My bust dart is the difference between my front half length and my back half length is 2 inches. So I'm going to put 2 inches here and connect the lines. So I've connected my bust line. So the next thing I want to do is to impute my under bust. My under bust is 29. So I want to get the remaining, what is remaining here. See, I have 1.5 here. You can see it. I have 1.5. So that's what I'm going to use to tighten my under bust. So I'm going to put half inch here. I'll put half inch here. Then I'll put 1 inch here. 1 inch. I hope you understand what I got here. Distance from my under bust. I took it and I shared it here. I put half here and I put 1 inch here. So I'll connect my lines like so. I'll connect like so. Don't put too much curve. Make sure you're not putting too much curve. Now mark for this too. You see it? So I've marked for my under bust. So the next thing I want to do is to share my shoulder into 2. I'll share my shoulder into 2. My shoulder is 4.5. I'll just share my shoulder into 2. I hope you can see it. So I'll mark it and I'll connect the lines. I'll connect it to my bust point. I'll connect this point to my bust point. So you see, I've connected it to my bust point. Now I'm going to determine the style line, whatever I want to do. The style line I want to achieve is a sweetheart. I want to achieve a sweetheart neckline. So the next thing I want to do is to connect my neckline. I want a sweetheart neckline. So what I will do, I will get where I want the neckline to start from. I'll just get my sweetheart neckline. I want the sweetheart neckline to get to my bust point. So I'll just go like so. But first, let me mark the depth, the neck depth that I want. So I'm going to mark 7 inches. 7 inches. So I'm going to use a pencil. I'm going to use a pencil to draw this line, because it's just a guide. So I'm going to draw my sweetheart neckline to reach my bust point. this is my sweetheart neckline. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tighten my overbust. So I'll tighten my overbust. I'll mark 0.75. 0.75. I'm going to mark 0.75 on each part. So I'm going to connect it back to my so you see, I've tightened my overbust on each side. So before I will draw my this thing back, I have to close the overbust. I'll close my overbust before I will get the neckline. So let's leave here and go down and do this part first, then we'll come back to this place. So now what you want to do here now is to share your bust. This place is where the corset is happening. This down part is where the corset is happening. So what we want to do is to draw our bone lines, how you want your boning lines to be. It can be straight. If you want it straight, you can be straight. So if I want it like this, I can go like this. I can go like this. You see it? Then the second one will be like this. You see it? So these are my bone channel. So what is going to happen here now? A calculation is going to go on here now, because we want to share our waist. We want to snatch our waist. Our original waist is 26. Our original waist is 29. Our original waist is 29. And our snatch, we want to remove 3 inches from 29. So 29 minus 3 inches is going to give us 26. And our original waist that is 29. 29 divided by 4. 29 divided by 4 is 7.25. And our snatched waist divided by 4 will give us 6.5. Then if we want to minus this waist from this waist, that's we want to minus 7.25 minus 6.5, we'll have 0.75. So that's the dart that we need to snatch from here. And if you don't forget, if you remember, we are having 1.5 inch on this waistline already. So this 1.5 inch, we are going to add it to this 0.5. And when we add it to this 0.5, we are going to get 2.25. I hope you understand. So this 2.25 now is what we are going to remove from this waist, so that our waist will be snatched from waist 29 to waist 26. So we are going to share this 0.25. We are going to put we are going to share it into 4. We'll put one part here, put one part here, we'll put another part here, we'll put another part here. So if we share it now, divided by 4, if we divide this that we have divided by 4, we are going to get 0.56. So 0.56, we are going to share 0.56 on this dart leg now. 0.56, 0.56, 0.56. You see it? 0.56. We'll come here again, we'll mark 0.56. 0.56 is here. So we'll come to this other dart leg, we'll put 0.56. We'll come to this other leg again, we'll put 0.56. So you see, we have been able to get this 0.56. Then when we come to the bottom, all we need to do is to open here by quarter inch. Open here by quarter, open here, that's half. Open here by quarter, open here by quarter, that's half inch. So what we're going to do is to connect the lines, connect this part to this part. So we have been able to do this part. So on this part, what we are going to do now, what we are going to do is to share this distance. What we got here, the distance, we got 1.5. So 1.5 divided by 4. 1.5 divided by 4, we are going to now share it here. So by the time we share it, we will now get this and now mark it. We'll mark it here. We'll mark it here. We'll come here too. We'll mark it. We'll mark it. So we'll connect the lines. So you see, this is where the corset is happening. You see how beautiful it is now. So we are done with this part. So by the time we cut it now, this is how it's going to be. This space is going to be the middle. Make sure you label it. This is going to be middle. This is going to be center front. This is going to be side front. This 1, this 2, this 3. And make sure you put your arrow to show the direction that is going, to show where it's up and where it's down. This up, and this up. And show direction of how you are going to be joining it. This is going to be joined to this. This is going to be joined to this, and joined to this. And this is going to be joined. So all these arrows will help you when you are joining them back together. These arrows are going to help you to know which one you are going to join to each other. So we are done to this. We are done with this down part again. So let's go back to our main line, our main bodice. So what you want to do now is to connect, is to try and close. We want to match the neckline. So you're going to try and close that. You try and close it, match it up, so that we can draw our neckline very well. Just try. It's going to be difficult, but just try and close it. Try and close it. Just try and close it so that we can match up our dart. Just try. So you can see the dart is not matching again. After I close it, you can see the dart is not matching again. So what you are going to do is to bring I hope you can see what I'm doing. Just close your dart. All we are doing is to close our dart. So by the time you close your dart, you draw your neckline again. You redraw your neckline. See it. So you redraw your neckline. So we have redrew our neckline. So this is our new neckline. This is our new neckline from here to this point. That's our new neckline. So when you do it like this, when you cut out, your neckline will match. So I hope you understand. So we are done with the front now. What we want to do now is to go to the back. So what you need to do at the back is just, the back is so simple. What you need to do is to share your waistline. Share your waistline into equal parts. Share your waistline into 3 equal parts. So
sorry guys, I have to stop the video here because the video is getting too long, but I promise to post the continuation of this video right after this one. Please, if you find this video helpful, please give us a huge thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for all the support. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.